I want you to close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and listen to these next few words as if I'm speaking directly to you. Because maybe today you need to hear this. You're not done, you're not finished, you may be tired, you may be disappointed, you may be scared, you may be confused, you may be looking at your life and wondering, where am I going? Why isn't this happening yet? Why am I still here? Why is everyone else moving ahead? Why am I struggling so much? Why all problems come in my life? And maybe you don't have the answers right now. That's okay. You don't need answers for all that today. You just need to stop abandoning yourself, because somewhere along the way, you started believing that if something becomes difficult, maybe it wasn't meant. If someone rejected you, maybe you weren't good enough. If something failed, maybe you weren't capable. If you weren't getting results quickly, maybe you should quit. No, stop. Listen to me. A difficult season is not a failed life. A rejection is not a definition of your worth. A delay is not a denial to your future. A mistake is not your identity, and one bad chapter does not get to decide how your entire story ends. You're still writing, you're still becoming, you're still learning, you're still growing, and most importantly, you are still here. That means there is still something you can do. There is still another decision you can make. There is still another door you can knock on. There is still another person you can call. There is still another idea you can try. There is still another morning waiting for you. Don't have to be completely confident. You don't have to know exactly how everything will work out. You just have to be willing to take the next step. That's it. That's it. The next step. Not the next 100 steps, not the next 5 years, not the entire plan, just the next step. Because sometimes we overwhelm ourselves by trying to figure out the entire future, when life is only asking us, what are you going to do today? So today, get up. Today, show up. Today, make a call. Today, send a message. Today, finish the work. Today, have the conversation you have been avoiding. Today, take care of yourself. Today, do the thing you have been postponing. Not because you feel ready, but because your future cannot be built only on the days when you feel motivated. There will be days when motivation disappears. There will be mornings when you don't want to get up. There will be moments when you question everything. There will be days when nobody notices your effort. There will be days when you work hard and still don't see the results. And this is where you have to decide. You are the one when nobody is clapping for you. Who are you when nobody is clapping for you? Who are you the results when they come late? Who are you when nobody believes in you? Who are you when the plan doesn't work? Who are you when fear enters the room? Because that version of you, the one who continues anyway, is the one who changes everything. You don't need everybody to understand you. You don't need everybody to approve of your choices. Some people will misunderstand you. Let them. Some people will underestimate you. Let them. Some people will doubt you. Let them. Some people will tell you that you can't. Let them speak. Their opinion does not come and become your reality just because they said it loudly. How many times you had to pick up yourself when nobody was watching. You know how many nights you cried and still woke up the next morning. You know how many times you wanted to give up and somehow you kept going. Don't forget that version of you. Don't forget your own evidence. You have survived the difficult days before. You have solved problems you once thought were impossible. You have walked through uncertainty before. You have started again before. And you can start again now. Maybe you made mistakes. Good. Learn. Maybe you choose the wrong path. Good. Choose again. Maybe you trusted the wrong person. Learn. Maybe you wasted time. Stop wasting more time punishing yourself for it. Your past is information. It is not your prison. You are allowed to make new decisions. You are allowed to become a new version of yourself. You are allowed to say, that was me then. This is me now. And you don't need permission to change. You don't need permission to grow. You don't need permission to dream bigger. You don't need permission to want more. You don't need permission to walk away from what no longer fits you. You don't need permission to become the person you have been afraid to become. You have been waiting for that perfect moment. There isn't one. You have been waiting to feel ready. You may never feel completely ready. You have been waiting for certainty. Certainty often comes after action, not before that. So take the step and let the clarity meet you on the way, because confidence isn't always something you find before you act. Sometimes confidence is created by action. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust with yourself. Every time you do something you said you would, you become more reliable to yourself. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you become stronger. Every time you choose discipline over temporary comfort, you change. And one day you look back and realize you are no longer the person who used to be afraid of this. So stop asking, my dear friend, do I feel confident? Ask, am I willing? Am I willing to take that one step? Am I willing to try again? Am I willing to learn? Am I willing to be uncomfortable? Am I willing to show up? Because willingness can take you places that motivation never will. And listen to me, you don't have to become perfect. You don't need a perfect body, you don't need a perfect business, you don't need a perfect career, you don't need a perfect relationship, you don't need a perfect plan. You need a consistency, you need courage, you need honesty, and you need to keep moving. Small steps count, quiet progress counts. Unseen efforts counts. The day nobody sees count. The mornings when you get up and do the work count. The nights when you choose not to give up the count. It all counts. So if nobody has told you today, I am telling you now, keep going, keep building, keep learning, keep becoming. Do not stop, because it is taking longer than you expected. Don't stop because someone else got there first. Don't stop because you had a setback. Don't stop because you are scared. Don't stop because you are starting again. Starting again is not a failure. Starting again is a strength. And maybe you don't need a completely new life. Maybe you need a new decision, a new habit, a new boundary, a new conversation, a level of courage, a new belief about yourself. Maybe everything changes when you finally decide, I am no longer going to keep choosing the version of me that is afraid of my own potential. You may have dreams for a reason. There is something inside you that keeps calling you forward. Maybe you have ignored it, maybe you have silenced it, maybe you have told yourself it's unrealistic. Maybe you have convinced yourself that you should have satisfied with less. But that voice is still there. Listen to it. Not the voice of fear, not the voice of comparison, not the voice of people who don't understand your journey. Listen to the quiet voice that stays inside you and says, there is more for me. And if there is more, go after it. You don't have to know exactly how. Start, learn, adjust, fall, get up, try again. That's how it works. Nobody gets a guarantee before they begin. You don't get certainty, you get an opportunity. And what you do with that opportunity is your choice. So today, I want you to choose yourself, not selfishly, not arrogantly, not intentionally. Choose your growth, choose your peace, choose your health, choose your purpose, choose your future. Choose the people who support the person you are becoming. Choose the habits that support your goals. Choose the conversation that make you stronger. Choose the work that moves you forward, and stop giving your energy to everything that does not deserve it. You cannot control everybody. You cannot control over every outcome. You cannot control who stays. You cannot control who leaves. You cannot control what people say. You cannot control how quickly things happen. But you can control your response. You can control your effort. You can control your attitude. You can control what to do next. And that is where your power lies. So when fear comes, breathe. When doubt comes, breathe. When disappointment comes, breathe. When someone says no, breathe. And then ask yourself, what is my next move? Not why me? Not why is this happening? Not what if I fail? Ask, what is my next move? Because you are not powerless. You are not control of any situation. You may not control the situation, but you can still choose your response. And sometimes your next move is to the rest. Your next move to ask for help. Your next move to learn. your next move to apologize, your next move to walk away, your next move to begin, your next move to try again. And there is no shame in beginning again. There is no shame in taking your time. There is no shame in asking for support. There is no shame in admitting that something isn't working. The only thing you need to stop doing is lying to yourself about what you truly want. If you want it, honor it. If it matters, act like it matters. If the dream keeps coming back, listen. You don't need to have figured out everything. You just need to stop betraying yourself. Stop asking tomorrow. Stop saying when things become easier. Stop saying when I have money. Stop saying when I am more confident. Stop saying when someone supports me. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start imperfectly. Start scared. Start uncertain, but start. Because the person you want to become is created by what you repeatedly do today. Yourself is watching what you choose right now. Will you choose comfort or growth? Will you choose excuses or responsibility? Will you choose fear or courage? Will you choose to stay where you are or take one step forward? You don't need to answer with words. Answer with your actions. Get up, show up, do the work, take the step and then take another. There will be setbacks, there will be delays, there will be rejection, there will be moments when you feel like you're losing. But losing one battle does not mean you have lost the war. A bad day does not mean a bad life. A bad month does not mean a bad future. A failed attempt does not mean you are a failure. It means you attempted. Now learn, now adjust, now return, now go again. And when you fall, don't sit there and make your identity out of fall. Get up. Look what happened. Learn what you need to learn. And move. You're allowed to be a beginner. You're allowed to be uncomfortable. You're allowed to not know. You're allowed to make mistakes. But you're not allowed to decide that you are incapable simply because something didn't work the first time. Maybe you need another strategy. Maybe you need another skill. Maybe you need another perspective. Maybe you need another attempt. But don't confuse this didn't work with I can't. Those are two different complete statements. This didn't work. Okay, what can I change? What can I learn? What can I do differently? And then go again. You are stronger than the version of you that quit. You are stronger than the voice that tells you to stay small. You are stronger than the temporary emotion. You're capable of doing difficult things. You're capable of learning new things. You're capable of changing. You're capable of beginning again. You're capable of creating a life that today can only imagine. And remind yourself, I'm here, I'm capable, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm becoming. I don't need to have all the answers. I only need to take the next step. I don't need everyone to believe in me. I need to stop abandoning my belief in myself. I don't need perfect circumstances. I can create progress with what I have. I don't need to eliminate fear. I can move with fear. I don't need to wait for motivation. I can choose action. I don't need to be perfect. I need to be consistent. And I don't need to know how the entire story ends. I just need to keep writing. So today, I show up. Today, I choose myself. Today, I keep my promises to myself. Today, I stop waiting for permission. Today, I stop making excuses for the life I say I want. Today, I take responsibility for my next move. And if I fall, I rise. If I fall, I learn. If I get rejected, I redirect. If I get scared, I breathe. If I get tired, I rest. And then I continue. Because I'm not finished. I'm not behind. I'm not disqualified. I'm not too late. I am becoming. And every day I show up. I become a little stronger, a little wiser, a little clearer, a little braver. And one day, the thing that scares me today will become the thing I actually look back and say, I can't believe I was ever afraid to begin. So don't give up today, not today, because the road is easy, but because you are worth finding out what happens if you keep going. You owe yourself that chance. One more step, one more attempt, one more conversation, one more morning, and one more day of showing up. And then another, until the person you once dreamed of becoming is no longer a dream. It is you. So breathe, stand up, move forward, and whatever happens today, show up for yourself, because your life is still happening. Your story is still being written, and the next chapter starts with what you do right now.